All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Seton Catholic Preparatory's first ever flag football senior recognition night. Tonight we are honoring 6 seniors and their parents. As seniors, they have made history on the football field, taken a leadership role in school, and sacrificed their time and talents for the Seton community. Their parents have played a very important part in their lives. They have motivated them to excel in the classroom, encouraged them to be outstanding citizens, and cheered them on during competition. Before we get to the Seton seniors, we always like to introduce or name the ones for our opponent. They seem a little busy. We'll be going with that anyway. Congratulations to the following Marcos de Niza seniors: Simone Clark, Jaden King, Adelina Velasquez, and Aliza Quesada. Congratulations, seniors. All righty, so let's get to our seniors. Presenting the inaugural flag football class of 2025. Number 1, Sofia Castillo Jimenez, here tonight with Sandra and Fernando. Sophia is a wide receiver and defensive back for the Sentinels. She's also part of the Mandarin and Asian culture clubs, is a Sentinel ambassador. Her favorite thing about flag football is getting slide tackled during the games. After graduation, Sophia plans to study accounting at Arizona State University. Congratulations, Sophia. Next up, we have Lauren Fullman here tonight with her mom, Amy. Lauren is team captain, safety, wide receiver, and kicker for the Sentinels. She is a member of the National Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, and National English Honor Society. Lauren is the co-vice president of the Bible Study Club and a house leader. Her favorite flag football memory was the team's first win. After graduation, she plans to study nursing at Arizona State. Congratulations, Lauren. Next up, Kendall Farron here tonight with John and Marion. Kendall is a linebacker and wide receiver for the Sentinels. She also plays soccer and is a member of the Mandarin Club. Her favorite flag football memories are the team-building events with her classmates. Teammates. Next year, Kendall plans to attend Cal Poly in California. Congratulations, Kendall. And here we go, Sophia McDonald, accompanied by Paul and Catherine. Sophia is the quarterback for the Sentinels, and she also plays softball and basketball. She was also a member of the drama club. Her advice to younger Sentinels is never be afraid to try your hardest and do everything for the glory of God. Next year, Sophia plans to major in sports business at Arizona State University. Congratulations, Sophia. And now we have Addie Sanders here tonight with Nicole and Cameron. Addie is a wide receiver and defensive back for the Sentinels. She's also a member of the Seton Band, NHS, House Exec Committee, and the soccer team. Addie has 2 favorite season memories. The first is goofing around with the team in practice, and the second is that time Maddie accidentally pulled someone's hair instead of their flag. Alrighty then. After graduation, Addie plans to attend college to study film or engineering. Congratulations, Addie. Last but certainly not least, Maddie Sickmiller, accompanied by Jocelyn and Michael. Maddie is a wide receiver and safety for the Sentinels. She is also a member of Seton's Mandarin Club. Maddie's favorite flag football memory was, like Eddie mentioned, that one time she accidentally pulled a player's hair instead of her flag. Next fall, Maddie plans to study sports medicine at Creighton University. Congratulations, Maddie. To all of our senior athletes, remember this moment and know that each of you has made an incredible impact on your team and the Seton community. On behalf of Seton Catholic Preparatory, we want to say congratulations, God bless, and best of luck in the future. One more round of applause for our 2025 Sentinel Flag Football Seniors.
Good evening and welcome to Michael Eubank Stadium, home of your Seton Catholic Sentinels. Tonight we welcome the Padres of Marcos de Niza High School. Marcos and Seton Catholic are members of the Arizona Interscholastic Association and abide by the rules and regulations as set forth by the association to maintain high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. We remind you that good sportsmanship is an individual responsibility. Spectator and player behavior should be courteous and reflect the spirit of good sportsmanship. We ask you to cheer for your team and show respect towards your school, the opponents, and game officials. Please rise and remove your hats as we begin this contest with prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, thank you for the many opportunities you have given us. Thank you for this time to gather in the spirit of competition. Please help these athletes and officials perform to the best of their abilities and keep them free from injury. St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, pray for us. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Our officials for tonight's game, as assigned by the AIA, are referee Sean Hoover, line judge Les Roberts, head linesman Clifford Hoover. First, we'd like to introduce our guests from Marcos, coached by Olivia Major. Now we'd like to introduce your Seton Catholic Sentinels, coached by Billy Baker. Kicking off for the Sentinels was Lauren Fallman. Change of possession. On the flagpole for the Sentinels, Sophia McDonald. On the flagpole for the Sentinels, Sofia Castillo Jimenez. On the flagpole for the Sentinels, Maria Magayon. Brings up second down and 14 for Marcos de Niza. Pass is complete. The flag pulled by Victoria Casilla Mendoza. Third down. On the flagpole for the Sentinels, Addie Sanders. Fourth down for Marcos de Niza. Marcos de Niza, touchdown. Point after was good. Pass was complete to Esmeralda Lanigan. Complete pass to Emmy Hall. First down for the Sentinels. Hand off to Giovanna Descala. Sophia Bartosik on the carry. We think there's a call against the Sentinels.
With the ball at their own 49-yard line. Pass down the field, that is into coverage and dropped by the Padres in the secondary. Padres with an early 7-0 lead as the Sentinels try to answer on this drive. Sentinels coming in looking for a victory and taking on this Padres team that coming in with a record of 2-6-1. Padres last time out lost to Scottsdale Christian Academy. Actually, they lost to Basha by the count of 34-7. A couple games along the way. Their matchup against Coronado on the road in Arcadia. Those games were not reported. So the Sentinels looking to come in here and get a victory this evening. Sentinels coming in with a record of 2-7. Coming off a 12-0 win at Desert Sunrise. So after a string of 3 straight losses, one to St. Mary's 20-0, St. Paul II Catholic 14-12, and Scottsdale Christian Academy 28-0. The ladies get back on track. And so far they've been bottled up by this Padres defense. Of course, the teams playing in the desert sky. And the Sentinels will punt this one away. And that one is worked well inside the 30-yard line. And the Padres will take over from there. Appreciate you joining us right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Paulo Hutchison on the live stream. Yours truly, Joe Pequeno, on the call. So Billy Baker and the team in its first season. Its inaugural season. Some learning curves along the way. Opening with a loss against Mesquite. Make that 4 straight losses. Mesquite, Arcadia, Leading Edge Academy, Paradise Honors. Victory over Central, 54-0. A loss to St. Mary's. Of course, St. John Paul II Catholic, a loss there, 14-12. Loss at Scottsdale Christian Academy, and a victory at Desert Sunrise. Padres throw it in the flat, and that is dropped. We'd like to welcome in the Arizona State flag football team. They are in attendance on the Sentinels sidelines. We might be able to talk to a player or two if they can join us at the half. Marcos, led by their quarterback in the shotgun formation. Good snap. Fires down the field, and that is going to be a tad high.
Pass was broken up by number 19, Lauren Palmer, but there is a flag on the play.
There is a flag down in the secondary. Of course, Marcos Niza, when you look at this team, a squad that led by their coach, Olivia Major. Of course, they would get great satisfaction in knocking off the Sentinels here
Penalty was declined by Seton.
in a big road matchup.
Third down.
So a third down for the Padres, their quarterback in the shotgun. 5 across the line. Of course, the center will take the snap. Quarterback checking the wristband for the play. Sentinels rush 2. This one fired down the field, and that's a connection. And that takes it out to about the 45-yard line.
By Lauren Fallman.
Lauren Fallman coming up with the flagpole as Marcos extends the series. Quarterback Tihana Tangaha throws it downfield, and that one is connected, and that could go the distance. Going in for the touchdown on the long pass play. Alana Tavina. And that play goes 56 yards. A beautiful strike down the field. Sentinels secondary biting just a tad. And they get burned on the great throw down the field by Tangaha. So it's the Padres with a 13-0 lead. And now the extra point attempt. And this one is blocked and goes right into that Sentinels big wall of defense. But the Padres get their second touchdown of the first quarter. And that was on the big pass play from Tahani Tangaha to Alana Tavina, 56 yards. So now the Sentinels are going to go to work.
Second down for the Sentinels.
With a second down situation. Sentinels, of course, led by their quarterback. And she is a good one, as that one is fired downfield and almost picked off. Ava Pongrantz throwing into coverage. So it's going to bring up a third down. Third and long for the Sentinels. Pongrantz, who can really whip it down the field. They go the short route, trying to turn the corner. And that's going to be a good pickup and working it out. Sophia Bartosik with the nice pickup. But it's going to be short. It's going to bring up a fourth down. And the Sentinels obviously need to move the chains here to build some momentum and try to work their way back into this one. A 13-0 Padres lead. Pongrantz, shotgun, fires down the field, and that is, in and out of the hands of Bartosik.
Incomplete pass intended for Sophia Bartosik.
A great effort by Bartosik, so the Padres will take over in great field position. And as we mentioned, members of the ASU flag football team are here. They're actually in the press box. They're giving me their information, their addresses, zip codes, birth dates, social security numbers, date of birth, birth signs, favorite foods, and yes, they all like long walks on the beach as well. And we're going to hear from both of them in just a second. As a matter of fact, why don't we bring Sierra Smith in, wide receiver and cornerback, and I'm going to get her all situated as we go. A very fluid situation right here. And we are welcoming in Sierra Smith. First, the Padres play down the field, and that is in and out of the hands of the attendant receiver. Now we are joined by Sierra Smith, the wide receiver / cornerback of the ASU flag football team. Sierra, so glad to have you with us.
I'm so great to be here.
Sierra, give us kind of the origination, the origin of the ASU flag football team.
So we started this team and got approved last February, and this is our first official season. We will play in spring, but we have a few tournaments coming up in December that we're looking forward to.
So I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, as the Padres try to whip one down the field, that's into traffic, and that is picked off by the Sentinels, and that is taken out past the 20. Lauren Fallman on the interception on a big play for the Sentinels. And Sierra, so is it safe to say that ASU will be playing other flag football teams from other colleges, not just here in the state of Arizona, but across the nation as well?
Yeah, so currently we're in the process of drafting a final roster for the spring season that is going to be with about 32 teams, so we're really looking forward to that and just playing against other teams across the country and continuing to grow the sport.
Okay, so I want to let you know, in my fantasy flag football draft, I have the number one pick, and you're going to be my number one pick, and I'm going to be picking up Dari McDermott as my second pick in the second round. So I'm feeling comfortable that you guys are going to put up a lot of points for me.
Yes.
Okay, so what's it like for you to be part of something that's brand new, that's really taking shape across the nation? Because flag football, it's really growing on the high school circuit, and now it's catching on the collegiate circuit as well.
So it's really great to be a part of something like this. You know, we're just continuing to try to grow the sport, not only in Arizona but across the country, and just to inspire youth to play this sport because it's very male-dominated. So we're just doing what we can to show that females can play this game too.
We are now in the second quarter as the Sentinels take over after the Lauren Fallman interception. They run the read option, and that play is dumped out to Bartosik, who almost breaks it out. And that takes it out past the 40. So, Sierra, for you, obviously you were an athlete back in the day. Where'd you go to high school? What sports did you play?
So I actually played Hamilton. I went to Hamilton High School, and I played flag football there for 2 years. And we actually won the state championship of our inaugural season in 2022. I played flag football, basketball, I ran track, and now I go to ASU, and I'm a Bear honor student there.
Okay, so you were a tremendous athlete at Hamilton. You did just about everything, including make all the lunches for the students and fix the kitchen sink as well. So for you, you did everything in Hamilton and then some, and to be part of something that is brand new at Arizona State, and years later when it's all said and done, when you have kids one day and you're going to be a mother and your daughter's going to play, and you're going to be able to say, you know what, I was on the first team. What does that mean to you?
It means so much. Like, I love being the first at things. I love that our team is the first doing this. I love that my coaches are the first to be able to do this. And honestly, flag football is growing so much in Arizona at the high school level, and now I hope that it grows more at the collegiate level. So I'm just really excited to be a part of this whole journey.
So give me kind of, and I wish we had a little video that we could run about your team. So how good is the team? And kind of give me, because you played on state championship teams, and you won the bling bling, right? So you know all about playing on a good team. Give us kind of an insight of this year's team.
I think that we're going to do very well. We have a strong team that's very diverse in the way they play and the way that they learn things. So I think that that's going to be our biggest benefit, because people aren't going to expect us to have certain people playing in certain positions that they are. And right now we're just really working on practicing and getting our formations right and getting our plays down so that we can be successful in this spring season.
Who is your coach?
I have 4 coaches. So my first one is Brian Koger. He is our head coach. Our assistant coach is Jesse Papp. Our offensive coordinator is also Jesse Papp. And then our defensive coordinator is Michael Macchignano. And our sports performance coach is Jordan Anaya.
Okay, so you have 4 tremendous coaches that are
Yes.
helping you mold. And along the way of building a team, there has to become the chemistry. They're growing closer. And so how are all these tremendous athletes and young personalities coming together?
I think that it's coming together really well. Like I said, we're very diverse, so coming together, I thought that was going to be a lot harder than it is. We're growing, we're becoming a family, our coaches are growing, and everybody's just doing their part, and I think that that's what's going to make us very successful.
You know what I love about this interview, Sierra, as we're talking, we have Danny McDermott, who's probably posting on TikTok or Instagram right now as we speak. So let's just give a shout out, hey, out there to everyone. So that being said, when you see the next generation of these young ladies playing, like for Seton, this is their first year.
Yeah.
And how great is it for you to see the next generation catching on and seeing the sport grow at the prep level?
It's so great. I was talking with the head coach down there and just learning about their season and how they've been doing so far. And you're going to have wins, you're going to have losses, but at the end of the day, if you can keep your head up and you can keep playing, you can keep pushing and keep growing, I think that that's the best thing that you can do, and I think that's the best thing a team can do, because at the end of the day, you want to keep growing.
Sierra, for you, what are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in sports journalism, and I have a minor in PR and strategic communication.
Okay, so something tells me that somewhere down the road, as that one is passed, is completed down the field, and the Padres take it in for another score. A little trickeration at the line of scrimmage, and they chuck it deep and get it done, and the Padres rolling after the big touchdown, and the Padres are rolling, now leading 19-0. Elena Tavina on the touchdown reception yet again. So it's the Padres kind of rolling the dice offensively, and they get the big play, and they're just one step ahead of the Sentinels right now. So your first game, when is that down the road?
So currently the date is unknown, but we will start in January, and we will play through April. So hopefully soon we'll be able to post our official schedule. So we're looking forward to that.
January through April. Well, I wish you the best of luck. And now we're going to do the perfect handoff, because I know back in your day you knew how to like either pass the baton or give you on the court the perfect pass to set up your forward or your center. And we're going to bring in Danny McDermott, who's right behind us. And Danny's been like, handling the phone and then some. Now she's going to be dishing off to Sierra, who's going to be manning the phone. And Danny, so glad to have you with us. And what's this experience been like for you? Something so brand new, first year at ASU, flag football, and what's it like for you? What's the excitement like?
Well, I'm actually really excited. So I went out for rugby last year, and my parents, because I played rugby in high school, my parents said, they're like, if you play rugby, we're not going to pay for your tuition. And then Sierra and I actually met this year in our sophomore year, JMC, it's like journalism class, and she was telling me, she's like, yeah, we have flag football tryouts, like, you should come out. Like, I'm like, you know what, all right. Came out right after my sorority recruitment, so I was like, my feet were dying, and honestly, I told Coach Naya, I was like, I'm here to, like, put in the effort, have fun, like, to enjoy the experience, and I'm excited for what this has to offer, and I'm excited to try a new sport because I've never tried flag football because I've always been used to, like, softball, basketball, field hockey, all that kind of stuff. So, like, flag football's new to me.
Yeah, and for you personally, and I asked Sierra this as well, one day, years from now, you're going to reflect that back, and you're going to be saying to your daughters, or maybe one day when you're a grandmother, right, you'll go and you'll watch the generations, decades from now, you'll be watching ASU play flag football, and you can say, I was the first member of the first ever flag football team. What is that going to mean to you as you kind of think about it, as you get ready to embark on this journey?
I hope that it shows, like, a lot of girls out there that they don't have to be, like, watching guys play football. Like, I know, like, Sierra and I have talked about a lot. It's a very male-dominated sport. Also, we're both sports broadcasters, so that's also a very male-dominated profession. And seeing if my daughter or granddaughter is out there, I would just light up with joy, because it's just, like, showing that, like, to persevere, and just, like, to knowing that, like, oh, it runs in the family. Like, that would be so cool to be like that.
Yeah. So Sierra went to Hamilton. Where did you go to school?
So I actually am from California, from the Bay Area. I
Okay.
went to St. Francis Catholic High School, and I played 5 sports there and 3 varsity sports.
Well, I'm so disappointed. I was hoping you'd played 6. So you played five sports. Count them down. Name all the sports you played back in high school.
I played basketball and softball. Softball I played for 2 years in high school, and I played basketball for 1 year. Then I played field hockey. So field hockey, rugby, and track and field I played varsity on, and I did rugby and track and field at the same time. So I was on 2 varsity sports at the same time, which was kind of hard, but I managed to, like, figure it out.
So you're an athlete that believes in the art of physicality, because field hockey is a very physical sport. You're running up
Yes.
and down, you're bumping, you're grinding. So kind of give me the parallels of, because there's a lot of physicality in flag football as well, but kind of give me the similarities. And I think you're perfectly built for this sport.
I prefer the running portion, and also if we had a tackle football team, that'd be awesome. I love tackling people because that's, like, what I love about rugby. And so, like, this is, like, when we did tryouts, I went to go and, like, so I was a rusher, and I went to go get the quarterback, and I almost tackled her, and I was like, oh wait, I can't do that, because, like, you can be physical, but it's, like, not allowed. So it's like different. But I enjoy it. It's fun to play. Like, I also like rushing the quarterback. But one position I would, like, really want to try is safety, because I feel like I don't know if I'm the fastest, but I definitely have a really, like, long stride, and I think I can run down anyone.
The big thing about playing safety, too, is not just having the athletic ability, but you have to essentially be the quarterback of that secondary. Mm-hmm. So you have to be able, because your quarterbacks are going to be tight, dealing with the wide receivers. You're in the backfield kind of being the general. So do you think you have the IQ to kind of direct traffic and lead your members in the secondary against high-octane passing kind of teams?
Not right now, but there's always, like always room to learn, so I would love to learn more. And if anything, I could always ask Sierra because she's one of the best teachers I've ever had.
So you have Sierra, who's a mentor, is teaching you and guiding you through. And along the way of this team coming together, what's it like? Because you didn't go to school here, but now you've got a new family, right? A new family of teammates. What's that like a brotherhood, or in this case a sisterhood of girls coming together, being part of this new journey?
Well, it's actually pretty nice because I'm also in a sorority, so I already had a sisterhood before I joined flag football. But really, these girls get me more than anyone, and I can go out there, be myself, and like we're all like not everyone's new to it, but a couple of us are new to flag football, and it's great to know that like we all have each other's backs, and it's a great sport to like create a family. Like I can see these girls as my sisters.
Yeah, and the season, you're closing in. I mean, you're only a couple months away. How's the team? Because it's a process. I mean, first you have clay, then it has to be molded, and then it has to be able to embark and execute. So how's it? Where's the team from where you started to where you are now?
I think we've definitely grown as a team. The one thing that I feel like as a team we need to work on is showing up for ourselves and showing up for each other. I feel like that's really important. I feel like over time we'll get that. Right now we're still working on it. Another thing, we definitely have grown as like players ourselves because we all are learning. Like we were learning new positions this like past couple months and like trying to figure out where everyone should be. So like everyone's like up to new things, and I just feel like where we're at right now, I know there's so much progression we're gonna have, and I think it's when we get to full season, we'll be ready.
Yeah, and along the way, there'll be a lot more practices along the way. What are your sorority sisters thinking about you playing, and what about your parents?
My parents are actually super excited. They said if there are any games in California, they're going to drive down or fly or whatever. My sorority sisters are actually very supportive. They are coming out to the games next year that are home. So if there's a lot of people on the sidelines, and they're like girls with posters, they're probably from my sorority. It's also, we have these things called ERCs, so they go to my games, they get like these points like to show that they like are a part of our community and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
And being that you're here, Seton has started their first year flag football program, and of course along the way there's some bumps and bruises of learning the game, but how exciting is it to be here to watch a team like Seton that last year they didn't have this program. Now they do, and these young ladies are out there embarking on the journey.
It's actually really fun to watch. I know one of them. Her name's Esmeralda. I met her because I said earlier.
Miss Lanigan.
Yes, I met her at a swim meet because she also swims. And I was covering that swim meet for AZ Preps 365 for our journalism class. And it's like good to see that there's girls out here that are wanting to try a new sport. Like she's never done flag football, and she came out here this year and is doing another sport like I did my senior year. And I just think it's like super cool that this is the first inaugural team for Seton, like we're the first inaugural team for ASU. And
both you and Sierra are broadcasting majors, or there might be the ability to move in that direction. What has drawn you to journalism and broadcasting?
So ever since I was little, I always felt like I was meant to be on TV or in the spotlight. Like not to be like the center of attention, but like to be out there, like on the field, like anywhere that where I, not like well known. It's just like I was just drawn to it because I like to talk.
Yeah.
I did plays and musicals growing up, and so that's when like the first start for journalism. But then I wanted to be specifically a sports broadcaster because all I did my entire life was sports and a little bit of acting. But
yeah.
I did over 10 sports probably in my entire life.
Yeah.
And 5 of them were in high school. But I love sports. Sierra and I were just talking about how she got into journalism because of her mom. Who's also a Arizona's family. She's a local journalist. But Sierra's really cool. Like I got to meet her this year, and so like journalism also brings a lot of people together. So I'm just really excited to be a journalist, hopefully in the future.
Well, I wish you both the best of luck, and as of now, you're your schedule is kind of fluid. We won't know exactly when it is,
Yes.
right? Okay. But here is what you can do for any ASU, or I should say, for any Seton Catholic basketball game. You can join me at the halftime, and we can discuss your season coming up. And once you know your schedule, I'll invite you guys back whenever you want. You're more than welcome to come to any Seton event, and I'm there. You hop on the mic. We talk about the future schedule, and I wish you guys the best of luck and have a great season. And just remember, win, lose, doesn't matter. You guys were the first, and there are going to be young ladies that are going to be following your footsteps forever. So embrace the moment. Remember, you were part of something that started from scratch, and where it goes from here, you can help shape it.
Well, I just want to say Sierra started this all, so it's all thanks to Sierra. So.
Sierra, did you start the? Let me ask Sierra one last question before I let you go. Danny, thank you. Appreciate you. So we're going to invite Sierra Smith back on the microphone. And Sierra, as Danny just mentioned, she said that you helped start the flag football program at Arizona State. Give us kind of the background of how this all came together.
So when I got to ASU last year, I reached out to the athletic directors and I was like, guys, like we really need to get a flag football program here because, again, there's no collegiate recognition in Arizona. There's no collegiate exposure, but you have all these talented people playing at the high school level with nothing to do after high school. So I really, really pushed for that whole year to get it approved, which it was last February, and now we are officially starting our first season.
Wow, that's tremendous. And for you, not just a player, but to help get it started, how many hurdles did you have to go through along the way? Look, change, as we know, change takes time,
Yes.
right? And along the way, there had to be a lot of perseverance on your part. So how many doors did you have to knock on to finally someone to say, okay, let's open this door and let's make it happen?
So at first, they were really against it because it was mainly a funding thing. The men's football team was moving from the Pac-12 to the Big 12. So they were mainly focused on the men's teams, and I finally was connected with Jason Pappas, the sports program coordinator at ASU, and we finally were able to get it approved. But after that is when the true work began, Zoom calls, meetings, working on funding, trying to get expenses taken care of so that we can have a successful season. Certain things like that is very time consuming, but I love what I do. I love what I'm doing. I love our team so much, so I'm willing to do all the work.
That's simply fantastic. And that is the lovely Sierra Smith and Danny McDermott, part of the new Arizona State flag football team. They're going to be taking shape this fall. Well, practicing right now. They'll start up in January. Once we get their schedule, they'll come back, and you guys are more than welcome, Sierra. Come back and join us anytime. That is a lovely Sierra Smith. Ladies, best of luck. Appreciate you, and we wish the ladies the best of luck at Arizona State. And the flag football adventures coming up right around the corner in 2025. It's not all about the men. It's about the ladies showing what they can do, and they're going to flat out ball out. And they're coming with a purpose, and they're coming with the attitude. And how about Sierra Smith? She's won a flag football title at her time at Hamilton, so that's going to be something fantastic to see. Meanwhile, as we embark on the game right here, Sentinels trying to punch one in right before the half. They trailed 22-0. Couple long touchdown passes by their quarterback, and of course Alana Tavena has been on the receiving end of those, and Sentinels with about $1:23 left trying to march down with a first down and long, dropping back and firing downfield over the head of the intended receiver. Ava Pongranz letting a rip, and Sentinels just a tad off on the passing game this evening. And of course, halftime we'll have more interviews from the field as well. More Sun Devil flag football members to talk to, as well as other great guests on the halftime show from Michael Eubanks Stadium on a beautiful night of football here. Temperatures in the upper 60s, Chamber of Commerce weather. And World Series score, Freddie Freeman has homered again for the Dodgers, but the Yankees lead this game right now. And I will try to get you an updated score as we speak. But right now it's all about the Sentinels with a $1:13 left with a third and forever. Pongrantz run pass option, whips it downfield, and that's into traffic and caught. And caught by Bartosik on the tip pass down to the 12-yard line. So the Sentinels on the move. And talk about the perfect tip and the perfect place. Looked like a Jaden Daniels Hail Mary against the Bears on the final play to win that for the Commanders. So Billy Baker and the team talking it over with a first down inside the 15-yard line. Call it the 14 with 56.6 seconds left. Sentinels trying to build some momentum right before the end of this frame. Padres have really shown their ability to fire down the field. Good-looking quarterback in Tahani Tangaha really taking shape and finding Elena Tavina with a couple big touchdown passes in the second quarter. Now it's Pongrantz with Bartosik in the backfield. Two wide receivers up top, one down below. Good snap for Pongrantz. Under rush, flips it. He's got a receiver and in for the touchdown. Giovanni Descala in for the touchdown. And the Sentinels get on the board. And you can hear the fan base. They are loud and proud. Red Nation. You can hear them. And Pongrantz just read that one beautifully. 14-yard touchdown to Descala. And the Sentinels building some much-needed momentum. And now the crucial extra point attempt. Lauren Fallman will try to boot this one through. And this one is up, and that one is good. Fallman gets it done, and the Sentinels now trail 20-7. Still some time. 47.5 seconds left in this first half, and maybe the Sentinels can force a turnover and get the ball back. So what a drive down the field, a big crucial play. With Pongrantz ripping it deep, tip pass, and Bartosik with quick hands. Now can they stop Tangaha, excuse me on the name pronunciation. Tangaha was going deep. That's broken up by the Sentinels secondary. Descala, who just made the touchdown reception on the breakup there. As you can see, Tangaha with a great arm, and she's got the ability to hit multiple receivers. Elena Tavina has been on the receiving end of a couple here in the second quarter. And Padres not slowing down. They're going for it. Trying to put up some points right before the end of the half. Man in motion. Run pass option, and the Padres flip it downfield, and that's broken up in the secondary. Fallman is there to break it up. Good defense by the Sentinels. And now the clock is ticking down. And the Padres are going to be more than anxious just to let this one zip away. This will be the final play. They'll run the spread. And that is taken down. Tavina with the short gain. And that will do it as the Sentinels get the good flag pull from Maria McGowan. And how about the great graphics by Paulo Hutchison, Freddie the Flamingo, and the Padre on the right-hand side. Even though that Padre looks more like the Grim Reaper. More interviews. We're going down to the field. Keep it locked and loaded on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. And we welcome you back to Michael Eubank Stadium. We're at halftime of the Padres game against Seton Catholic. Sentinels scored right before the half, and they trailed 20-7. We got all kinds of goodness. We have the first ever Sun Devils flag football team. Let me hear you, ladies. These smiling faces, one day they're going to be mothers, grandmothers, tremendous success leaders. Maybe in this group, maybe there'll be a president of the United States one day, and they're going to reflect back one day and say, we were members of the first ASU flag football team. Ladies, that's simply fantastic. Of course, we talked to Danny McDermott, who is from California. She went to high school in St. Francis, and she's joining the Arizona State flag football team. She's excited. I'm joined by Tony Stevenson, the golf coach of Arizona State. And Coach, congratulations. You won the Desert Sky Championship, and you finished in second place in Division II by one stroke.
One stroke.
Tremendous accomplishment. And talk about this year's team.
This year's team has got 3 solid juniors and a senior that make up the bulk of the scoring team. And so we have another year to go at it and get first place next year. We just have a lot of commitment from the players, from the parents, and that just makes the whole team dynamic work.
You know, and golf is one of those things. It's really a game where the player is essentially playing not just the course, but controlling their own emotions to not get so overwhelmed by a bad shot. And that speaks volumes of your coaching. And so give us kind of your mindset of working with these young athletes and building a strong mental approach to the game that allows them to flourish.
Well, we do a lot of discussing. We talk about what's on their mind. They're high school students. There's a lot on their mind all of the time. And we try to clear that. We try to focus on being present in that moment because they can't be studying for that chemistry test or thinking about texting their friend. They are there on the golf course playing at that moment. So we work on also giving 100% of what they have to give at that moment. That's all their teammates ask. That's all that I ask of them. That helps a little bit. And then we focus on one good thing. From whatever shot it is, take away one good thing or whatever that hole was. And then finally, once that shot has happened, you can't take it back. It's not a quiz. You don't get a do-over. You've done it. It's in the books. What are you going to do with the next ball you hit?
And absolutely, it's all about taking that last ball and then striking it forward from there and continuing to build. And then along the way, if there is a bad shot, you put it aside and keep moving on. And that being said, this year, what a tremendous run by the team and doing such good things, not just within the league, but of course in Division II. Your thoughts on collectively the accomplishment of this year's team and of course, so many good things yet to come.
This year's team has been building. They're majority juniors, so we've been on this path since they were freshmen. To be here now is fantastic, and to have another year yet to go is even better. We've played 3 tournaments this year. We took first place in 2 of them, took section leader for our region, and runner-up in the state for Division II today. So you play an entire season just for these 2 tournament days, and you get the bonus of every other victory during the season.
So, Coach, I'm a big fan, and I'm not just saying this because you're here. I'm a big fan of women's athletics because I have 2 daughters, and they play club softball. So I love to watch the ladies, and I got to know, what does it mean to you, Coach? Because you're not just shaping great athletes, but you're shaping lives. You're empowering great young ladies to go for the gold medal, not just on the course, but in life.
They are a lot of the way there before they even get to me as a coach. And part of the reason I'm coaching both the golf team and an assistant coach with the girls flag football team this year is I feel that they need to have female coaches as part of their environment. They need to know that that's something they could do if they want to. They need to have that different type of personality to turn to if they have something that they don't want to speak with a male coach about. But they're so far along by the time they get here at Seton. They already know what they want to do with their life, mainly making a difference in the world, but they have a good idea of their education. They have high aspirations of the careers that they want to have, and it's really just something special to be a part of.
That is Coach Stevenson, who led the team to the Desert Sky Championship and runner-up in Division II. And we got the ASU flag football team. So, ladies, you get a chance to break it down right here on a live stream. Have you ever done this? You got huddled up and do something? Boom! Come on in! Here we go. Let's see you do it. Loud and proud, Sun Devils way, right here.
Devils on 3. 1, 2, 3, Devils!
Boom! There you go, Sun Devils flag football team. They're going to start up in January. Coach Stevenson and the golf team on a tremendous season. Flag football second half about to start. I will run from the field back up to the press box. Multifaceted
super fun day here at Seton Catholic. Keep it locked and loaded right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network.
Complete to number 22, Esmeralda Lanigan. Another complete pass to number 22, Esmeralda Lanigan.
So I am mobile, agile, and for most who know me, never hostile. We are in the second half. Sentinels with the ball, trailing 20-7. They got the touchdown. We're right before the half. Pond Grants to Descala on the dig route across the field. Pond Grants, good snap. Fires down the field, and that's into traffic. And that is picked off.
Interception by Marcos Niza.
And once again, we've called her name multiple times, Elena Tavina. And how about that camera angle? I think I'll be looking that way, kind of the Isaac from the Love Boat. Boom. Paul Hutchison, tremendous camera work. He's just got cameras everywhere. I wake up in the morning before I brush my teeth, he has a camera on me. That's just how he operates. Sentinels now have to go back and try to slow down Tangaha, who's been great in the pocket. Sentinels Nation out in force. A lot of fans here tonight, all decked out in red. And Tangaha, man in motion. They fake the handoff and fires down the field. And that's a good pickup by the Padres. Pass down the field to number 22. And unfortunately, the rosters don't kind of match up accordingly to the jersey numbers, but it's all good. Under 10 minutes left in this third quarter. Marcos with the ball about the 49-yard line. Tangaha. Plenty of time. Flips it out of the backfield. Good pickup by the Padres. And right now, they have the Sentinels just a little bit off balance. These two teams, of course, they meet, or they have met in the past in so many sports: football, baseball, basketball, soccer as well. And now a kind of a new alignment has the Sentinels in various leagues and various sports. And that's dumped out of the backfield, and quick flagpole. Looks like that was Lauren Fallman.
By Sophia McDonald.
Make that Sophia McDonald. And right now it's 5-3 Yankees in the sixth, so they're not going down quietly. After dropping the first three games and Freddie Freeman homering again in this series, Freddie Freeman is turned into Babe Ruth at Yankee Stadium. Padres getting loose on the outside. And once again, doing the damage, Elena Tamina. junior. 5'6", wide receiver, safety, athlete. It's now 5-4. 5-4, Yankees lead. Dodgers just won't go away. Watched Game 3 last night, and the wife, who's a closet California fan, only when they're in the playoffs, of course, was giving me all kinds of grief, and it wasn't a happy household. I wasn't a happy Joe last night. I was a sad Joe. And when you're a sad Joe, not even Freddie the Flamingo can make you happy. And Freddie's got to be out there somewhere in the field. He's roaming around. As we take that wide-angle look of the field, Freddie, he'll just pop in. That's what he does. Says hi to everyone. He might show up on the left side of your screen or maybe in the right. You just never know when he might appear. 2nd and 8 from the 28. Tangaha with the leather helmet. It's almost like the throwback days of football. Tangaha will flip it out. And that's almost picked off by the Sentinels. Maria Magalan was right there. Almost picked it off. Brings up a critical 3rd and 8 from the 28. So glad you can join us on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Joe Pequeno on the call. Apologize for being here late. Had to fight crime downtown as a superhero, but don't tell anybody. 3rd and 8 from the 28. Tangaha. She's got a couple receivers up top. Checking the wristband. I love the leather helmets. They are classic. Tangaha, all times a throw and flips it over the middle. And flag pull by Maria Magalan. And right now, if you're the Sentinels, you got to kind of mix things up. You're making it too easy. You're letting Tangaha, with all day to throw the football, got to go right at her. Rush to, make her get rid of it quickly, and change things up. And we've got a timeout on the field. And we'll take a timeout too. Right now, Sentinels trailing 20-7 in the 3rd quarter with 5 minutes and 31 seconds left. Padres and Sentinels right here from Michael Eubank Stadium on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. So a 4th and short for the Padres. Tangaha, who's been operating big time well out of the shotgun. See if the Sentinels bring pressure. They direct snap to their star wide receiver, and Tavina. And they're going to say that the Padres don't get the first down, and the Sentinels defense comes up big. So the Sentinels now go to work offensively, trailing 20-7. Still an eternity of football here. A good atmosphere tonight, of course. The ASU flag football team is here. Coach Stevenson and the golf team finishing as runner-ups in Division II. Congratulations to them. Big pass play down the field, broken up. Almost a big connection for the Sentinels. And meanwhile, good friends of mine in New York City, all rooting for the Yankees to push it to a Game 5. No one expected New York to fall behind 0-3 in this series, or 3-0, I should say. Pongrantz flips it out. How about the little option? Good quality flip out there to Lauren Fallman. Fallman scoops it in. And there is a flag on the play. And that was more of Giovanna Descala on that option. And there is a flag, and the referees are discussing it. And that looks like and now there is another flag that was dropped, or maybe that was a warning flag. Needs to say there's a lot of laundry on the field. And
it looks like there's a flag on the play against the Sentinels.
And that's a very harmful flag, and that looked like it came against the sidelines. Maybe something was said in the course of a heated battle, so the Sentinels are pushed back inside their 10. Pongrantz trying to buy some time. We'll just run it straight up the middle. And she works it out past the 20-yard line. A lot of time for the Sentinels to make some noise and get back in this one. Of course, the team, a couple wins on the season. We were here for their first victory, which was really a nice affair when they won their first ever flag football game, knocking off Central High 54-0 in that game. Just about everyone in the roster had a big game, and Pongrantz rips it downfield, and that is just out of the reach. Out of the reach of Ariana Delgado. Maybe just a fraction too long, and so it's going to bring up a fourth down. The Sentinels are going to be forced to punt. Too early to go for it. Now they'll have to go back and play some defense. Sentinels, and that one's going to be short. And the Padres will have great field position starting at their own 40-yard line. Quick timeout on the field. We'll take a quick timeout as well.
After the punt, Marcos will start on the 40-yard line.
Padres coming out to the field, looking to build on their 20-7 lead, led by head coach Olivia Major. Tangaha flips it out, and that is broken up. Good Sentinels defense. As we look at the standings, and Desert Sky, Mesquite 4-0. Scottsdale Christian Academy 4-1. Arcadia 2-1. Marcos 1-2. Seton 0-3. Saguaro 0-4. So Mesquite, we saw them to start the year, and they have a tremendous team led by Jordan Flores, who's flat out phenomenal. Tangaha. They run the fake and the fire down the field, and just a easy situation for Marcos to pick up a huge gain. Sophia McDonald on the flagpole. But right now, the Sentinels, they've got to rush Tungaha. They're making it too easy. They're just dropping everyone in the coverage. They should put 2 on her, and right now they're just dropping more into coverage, and you can't let any quarterback sit back and just make it look that easy. Tungaha once again. The fake and the fire down the field, and that time the flagpole. Great work by the Sentinels. In on the flagpole, Victoria Casilla Mendoza, freshman, coming up big, and that is what the Sentinels need. They need pressure, and they need points. Trying to claw their way back and rally for the victory. Of course, after tonight, they head to Deer Valley for a matchup tomorrow night up in Glendale. Sentinels heading across town. Winding down with 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Tungaha in motion. Tungaha, they just hand the ball off on that left side, and a good pickup down to the 30-yard line. We've seen her number called often. Elena Tavina. Tavina on the good gain, and
the Sentinels take over on downs.
so the Padres can't convert, so the Sentinels will go back on offense with 24.6 seconds remaining. In this third quarter. Good crowd on hand. Of course, Padres just a stone's throw away. Only about 4 or 5 miles away from here. Pongrants. Little trickeration. Bartosik on the double reverse. Bartosik.
On the carry for the Sentinels, Sophia Bartosik.
Out past the 35-yard line. And that is going to wind down the third quarter. Both teams will regroup. And as they head to the sidelines, we'll take a break. Sentinels trailing 20-7 as we head to the fourth. Sentinels trailing by 13. Long way to go. Pongrants starts it downfield into traffic and broken up by the Padres secondary.
Pass intended for Sophia Bartosik.
And right now, the Sentinels have got to make some easier throws. Maybe doing some crossing routes and making those throws a little easier for Pongrants. Right now, Padres are just dumping everyone deep into coverage. And Pongrants is just throwing into too much traffic. But they're allowing a lot of the underneath, which is good. 3rd and 5 from the 35. Pongrants stepping up, fires. Good pass in the flat, up the field, out past the 50-yard line. And that is what I'm talking about. Giovanna Descala on the reception, and that was a beautiful pitch and catch, and that is what we're talking about, those dig routes. You just drag the receiver across the line, and they're always there. And Descala, with great speed, caught it on a perfect dart by Pongrants and raced it to the 50-yard line. Sentinels can't afford to waste time. When you're chasing, got to speed things up. Pongrants Three wide receivers up top. Good snap, rolls to her left. Pongrantz will just flip it. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Brings up second down for the Sentinels.
Looking for Descala, close range, and maybe just a tad bit too close.
Here we go, Seton!
Brings up a 2nd and 10 from the 50. Flip out in the flat.
Complete pass to number 27, Emmy Hall.
And that is complete to Emmy Hall. Third and 7 from the 47. Pongrantz with Bartosik in the backfield. Good snap. Pongrantz down the field, and that is thrown into deep traffic.
Incomplete pass.
And if you're the Sentinels, the way time flies on 4th and 7 from the 47, you almost have to consider going for it. Not a lot of time to waste. And the Sentinels will do just that. Paulo Hutchison in the live stream, bringing you the action, only like Paulo can. Paulo, a man of many words, and Pongrantz, the flip out, and the Sentinels
On the carry for the Sentinels.
should be close. And that's going to get a first down. And the chains will move. And the Sentinels fans are at DEFCON 1.
Sentinel first down.
They've got their hot cocoa and all the good stuff. Enjoying a good night of football from Michael Eubanks Stadium. A terrific Tuesday night. Pongrantz. A little double reverse. Descala. And Giovanna
Descala.
with the wheels. And we all know about Giovanna Descala, who used to play catch with her dad back in the day when she was a youngster. They'd play catch with a football, and now here she is years later. And how great was it to have the Arizona State women's flag football team here? Just tremendous. 2nd and 13 from the 33. Rolling to the right, downfield. Pongrantz lets it rip into traffic, and that's almost picked off. Sentinels were
intended for Emmy Hall.
shooting for the home run as Emmy Hall broke that one up. Winding down to 7 minutes left, and those crossing routes work so well. Just rolled Descala across that line, and she got the ability to break it open in open space. Pongrantz, Bartosik, and
On the carry for the Sentinels, Sophia Bartosik.
and there is a flag down in the backfield. So the Sentinels with a 3rd and 13. Bartosik on the handoff.
Marcos declines the penalty.
And the penalty was against the Sentinels. So it brings up a 4th and 13 from the 33. Sentinels need a big play here, and the Padres have got their secondary deep. And Pongrantz can't handle the snap, and that's how it ends, on a bad snap, and the Padres will take over.
Takes over on downs.
Padres will take over on downs. So here come the Padres, and the Sentinels need a big play defensively. Tangaha, their quarterback. Tahani Takanga, a junior, 5'8", and the leather helmets Those things are classic. If the Marcos and Niza athletic program are selling the leather helmets, I'm in. I'm buying one. Those things are so cool. That's flipped out in the flat.
Second down.
Incomplete. As we mentioned, the Sentinels are back in action tomorrow night, taking on Deer Valley. And as the season is winding down for the team, I want to wish everyone a safe and happy Halloween. Of course, that's Thursday night. 2nd and 15 from the 45. That is flipped out in the flat.
On the flag pole for the Sentinels,
And some
Maria Magayan. Third down.
physicality as a Padres player has to be helped up. That's Elena Tavina, who's been tremendous tonight for the Padres. 3rd and 12 from the 48. Sentinels need a big stop. Padres, no question, will go for it. Tavina will fire it down the field, and that is broken up in the secondary. Bodies colliding there, but
Broken up by Lauren Fallman.
Lauren Fallman's there in the secondary, getting a big paw on it, knocking it down. Winding down to 5 minutes left in this one. So glad you can join us on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. A great night. ASU women's flag football team here. Talked to a couple of the members. Coach Stevenson of the Seton girls golf team and their incredible run. Had Coach on. And Padres trying to shoot it deep again. Right now the Padres flirting with fire.
Lauren Fallman.
Lauren Fallman there, and
Sentinels take over on downs.
so the Sentinels will have great field position, but they need 13 points quickly. And as we saw with Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders, anything can happen. Ava Pongrants. And right now that Padres secondary, they're playing deep, so you can run those crossing routes all day. And Pongrants throws into the middle.
Incomplete pass intended for Emmy Hall.
Broken up. Or I should say incomplete. Intended for Emmy Hall. Second and 8 from the 48. Wind down to 4 minutes left in this one. Good snap. Pongrants rips it downfield, and that is broken up. And once again,
for Emmy Hall.
Emmy Hall was there, just broken up by Elena Tavina. Tavina has been the MVP of this one. She's been catching touchdown passes. She's been great running the football, and she's been great in the secondary as well. 3:25 left. Good snap. Flips it out to Bartosik. And Bartosik
On the carry for the Sentinels, Sophia Bartosi.
finally brought down at about the 47-yard line. Time right now not in the Sentinels' favor. They need a lot of points and a lot of points quickly. Fourth and 1 from the 41. And the Sentinels try to sneak Pongrants. And that will be a turnover on downs.
Marcos takes over on down.
So the Sentinels have had some opportunities in this one, and unfortunately time is going to be against them here in this one. Only 2 minutes and 34 seconds left. And now the Padres really just don't have to be careless with the football, and they can wrap this one up. But you know what? On a night like this, it's all about the spirit of young ladies playing football. Arizona State, their first season. Of course, Sentinels in their first season. The golf team having a tremendous run. So a great night on the campus of Seton Catholic, right here at Michael Eubank Stadium. Tangaha. Padres showing 3 wide receivers up top. She'll fire it down the field, and right again, Tavina, who's just been everywhere. Works it out past the 50.
Complete flag pull by Maria Magayo and Alyssa Williams.
Alyssa Williams and Maria Mangala in on the flagpole. So the Sentinels continue to play hard. And you got to think about where they were to where they are now. Just the tremendous growth of this team. Right out of the gates, they faced a Mesquite team. Lost 42-0. Lost to Arcadia. Lost to Leading Edge Academy. Broke through after another loss to Paradise Honors, beating Central High. And then, of course, every game from there has been pretty close. Teams getting better and better. Meanwhile, Tangaha fires one down the field, an incomplete pass. Padres
Defending on the play for the Sentinels, Sophia McDonald.
coming in with a record of 2-6-1. Even though their max prep score doesn't really indicate that. Their schedule's kind of everywhere. I can mention that their one win or 2 wins, they beat Saguaro 28-0 and Thunderbird 25-13, then a string of losses, and now here they are on the verge of their 3rd win. And that's a pass complete down the field. And they'll be back at it. They'll host St. Mary's tomorrow night. So a lot of good flag football, and for all you parents out there, make it a point to go out there and support the ladies. They battle, they work hard, they're practicing nonstop. You got to remember, this season begins in the heat of summer, going through the 100 triple-digit temperatures of Arizona, and they are out underneath the sun, battling and practicing to get better. Tangaha and the Padres fake it to Tavina, and Tangaha will shoot it over the middle. Good pitch and catch as the Padres continue to move the football. Fallman on the reception with 57.4 seconds left. Sentinels back in action tomorrow night at Deer Valley. The volleyball team in action tomorrow. Second and 1 from the 21. This is going to be one of the final plays in this one. 57.4 seconds left. Good snap. Nice throw out in the flat, and Tavina stopped short inside the 5, and she has just been tremendous. And the Padres looking to punch one more in. Tangaha, who has done a nice job in this one, given a lot of time, and that is chucked out in the flat, and Padres get into the end zone. Adding one more to their nightly count. 26-7. Once you're a Sentinel, you're always a Sentinel. So, Padres will come and get the victory, and for the Sentinels, still a night to remember as they continue a great first season. They'll drop to 2-8 with 13.9 seconds left. It'll be the kickoff and a play or two. But still a tremendous growth from this team, from where they first started all the way to this point. A lot to be proud of. And the offense will come out in the field one final time. Pongrancel, she'll return, a youngster. When it's all said and done, she'll be coming back to lead this team, and right now it's the Padres leading their way onto the field, getting the 27-7 victory. We'll have more from Michael Eubanks Stadium in just a moment.
Night, of course, as the Sentinels wrap up their senior night with a hard-fought loss to Marcos and Niza. We're going to roll off all the names, and everyone's going to introduce themselves as we go.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Maddie.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Addie.
I'm Kendall.
I'm Sophia.
Beautiful. And that is this darling senior class of the Sentinels' first ever inaugural flag football team. And ladies, first off, I'll go right down the line. What has it been like this season to be part of the first ever Seton Catholic flag football team?
I would say fun. It's been very fun.
It has been very fun watching everyone build on each other.
I'd say it's been interesting seeing how it all works out for the first time.
It's amazing watching all the progress we've made from the start of the season to the end.
Yeah, I'm very honored to be part of the inaugural team. I mean, obviously it's had its struggles, but it's really exciting to be able to watch the team overcome those.
And what's it like, ladies, to say years from now that you were part of the first ever Seton Catholic flag football team?
I mean, it's very exciting. I've never been a part of something like this new.
Again, it's very exciting and very fun.
Yeah, it feels pretty cool.
Yeah, it's exciting for young women.
It's awesome.
It's a big flex.
A big flex. Boom! And that being said, but before I let you guys go, and you guys have set the pathway for future ladies to come and play flag football in this program. What was it like to get that first victory about a month ago when you knocked off Central High? How great was that night?
I was unfortunate enough to not play, but it was very fun watching everybody.
It was very fun to play, watching everyone just be a team together and score.
Yeah, I would say it's very special seeing how all your hard work finally pays off.
It was amazing to know we got the first win in Seton flag football history.
It was super fun to just kind of lay back for one game and just have fun. I mean, it was awesome to watch the team just experience something new.
Okay, so we've heard from the ladies. Now, ladies, the six of you, break it down one final time on the live stream, okay?
No! Okay. Seniors on three! 1, 2, 3, seniors!
Boom! The seniors, loud and proud, celebrating the moment, embracing their final time, their final flag football moment here at Seton Catholic. A special group because years from now, they're going to look back and say they were part of it. They started it. They set the pathway for future ladies to follow. And look, we appreciate you dialing us up right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Paulo Hutchison doing, as always, a tremendous job on the live stream. Jim Shrewbridge and all the great people in the athletic department. Of course, Jen Hutchison and all the great people that make that department oh so good. I am Joe Pequeno. A special night from Michael Eubank Stadium. The ladies take the loss, but such great memories with the ASU flag football team. Their first season, of course, they'll start up in January. And, of course, Seton Catholic kicking off their senior night with one final game here at Michael Eubank Stadium. I am Joe Pequeno. Thank you for joining us on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. This has been a presentation of Seton Catholic Athletics.